плюс-мінус непогано, я не знаю, що там ще є. Може, бетрайдера віддадуть тишити поки що, бо Мідван рівень 4, Кунка рівень 2. Якось занадто нерівно, там навіть Роджер рівень 3. Ну але Ноутейл вже тут.
На центральній лінії регенерація відтіснив Топсон генерала, він ще зараз тут може вбити, ну вбити не вб'є, але ботлі не дає заповнити генералу. І типу просто Топсон робить, і там тим часом у нас стається вбивство на нижній лінії, даблкіл для Вітюна. Для Вітюна, як ти сказав, це навіть і на користь команди FlyToMoon. Тому
можливо, там ми не бачили, там якраз була така ситуація, що Флай забайтив навіть. Так, по баунті тим часом у нас 1-1 було на топі. На ботомі забрав Титан. Зараз от Титан з бістом диви, як йдуть, от Флай знов байтить.
Як боляче Флаю, Ну Титан його там гамцем.
Ну, перша частина плану байт вдалася, Флай помер.
Ага.
От, а з другою трохи проблеми.
Так, ну, що зробиш? Що зробиш, Романе?
Ну, нічого не
забрек.
Ні, ну дивись, Флай байтить, в нього виходить, це може там дровка не дотягує чомусь в неї. Не вдається вбити двох героїв на 4-му рівні, важко, а там спіймали генерала на річці під руну, яка взагалі з'явилася, здається, не там, і генералу боляче не віддався. Бет номінально повинен вигравати якось. Ну, принаймні всі знаючі і розумні люди. Кур'єр, так.
Собою. І задоволений тим, як проходить тут в них лейнінг. Ну так, коли Сонафлай помер двічі. Ну, але це Сонафлай. Чого тут можна ще сподіватися?
Ну, так, він з ним давно грає, повинен знати. От там сповільнення пішло від Кнура. Ну, але відкидаються. Хоча Топсон заходить і зараз хтось помре тут, скоріш за все. 3
герої, Топсон. Флайчик, мені здається, вже мертвий. Ні, він не хоче Флайчика, він хоче вбити Вітюна. Непоганий стан. Топсон може за це поплатитися. Роджер перетурбувався сюди. Телекінезис, хороший тос. І Топсона вбивають. Вау, як класно тут забайтили. Вітюн, молодець, черговий даблкіл для нього.
Вони взагалі віддадуть ту лінію, бо знаєш, там дійсно от стягуються всі герої, розуміють FTM, що на міду чомусь стоїть Абадон, соло якби.
Ну,
Флай не стягнувся таки, ну...
Це Флай Space Created. Флай не помер. Флай просто зіграв як Флай.
Ну,
це... Так, Мідван тут спокійно підфармлює. Без жодних якихось проблем особливих.
Тут чому на дров. Ці загуляти, пішов рор, і зараз буде change stun, сповільнення.
Гаст, боляче до Вітюну, ракетка летить, це мінус Вітюну. Перелітає акула, але просто зарядив йому тос і просто втік від нього. Це був гарний момент. Переслідують Роджера, Роджер забирає рунку. Ноутейла, активовується ультимейт, Топсон йде далі, хоче вбивати. Сакса, ехо стомпом не досягає генерала, Топсон біжить далі. Сюди телепортується.
Там зараз щиток буде в Роджера. Трошки запізно. Там киде був.
Себе Роджер кинув, викрадає знову щиток. Кунка вже тут як тут. Сюди також прителепортувалася Vengeful Spirit. Ну, але не знаю, чи варто тут. Avalanche, Тос, Айсберг, боляче, ехо стомп.
Ну от можна спробувати.
Вітюн тут як тут, непогано, забайтили. Є, мінус Рубік і Топсон на хресті був, його також б'ють, ні? Але він вбиває ще перед смертю Айсберга.
І там ще Титана відпускають, бо все було, коли не було мани в Рубіка. Рор пішов на топі по генералу, це мінус генерал повинен бути чи ні?
Ну, виглядає на те. Ласо! О, Вітя машина. Непогано
від Абадона, бо набридло йому те, що в нього постійно викрадають найкращу кнопку. Що буде бійка зараз?
Вежу. OG. Хороший Евеледж по 4, пішов Ерсплітер. Від Юна туди повертається, літає акула, непогано від Айсберга. Газ, хороший від Юна, але Хосто, Брор в Always on Fly помре, непоганий флеймбрейк, але просто не мають чим відповідати. ФТМ, знову Евеледж від Топсона, Торрент він попав непоганий, але кулдаун летить, 1 в 1 розмінялися. На користь команди ФТМ ця бійка поки що в підсумку. І головне, що Т1 досі стоїть, генерал йде вперед, в нього є ласо, але нікого хапати це ласо просто.
Ну, в нього трохи не ті предмети.
Викрадають Апофік Шилд, хороший. Від Роджера.
Диви, як дровка, ти бачив цю стрілу?
Ну так, так.
Ну і взагалі, от єдина ціль в файті у FTM просто, щоб дровка жила, там свапи, щитки, все на неї.
Газ черговий, потрібно відходити, стан зарядили Топсона, хоче бити Топсона, непоганий, але хрест дивний був, свап від Флайчика, королівський просто, і ехостоп від Сакси, ще більш королівський, але там фреймбрейк залітає, ласо, зловили Саксу добиває, даблкіл від генерала, що пів і випадково, мені здається, всю цю четвірку. А можливо там злетів смоки, він побачив. Кулдаун, полетів непоганий, потрібно відход. Тут, ну для чого заходити на хайграунд без віжену, хлопці? Це ж максимально якось нерозумно. Але Вітюн стріляє по всіх, залітає сюди. Акула непогано, але це все в ноутейла. Топсона відхилюють, використали всі свої ресурси ФТМ, потрібно відходити, тайбрінгером стріляє по них Айсберг, на хрест посадили непогано Топсона, підходять сюди.
Не треба.
Погано. Хостом знову ж таки в Always on Fly, кабанчика зафокусили, але Флайчик знову помер. Ну,
Традиційно.
Так от, чому? Для чого заходити на хайграунд? Ви не бачите.
Можливо, там якраз була 15-та.
Іде Вардинг одразу. Not bad. Ще
Генерал спіймав ласо, соло біста. Підходить кунка, зараз буде якісь хрестики.
Оце мінус септик. Ізі кіл для ефтеймів.
В смоках. Зараз може бути небезпечно в спину.
Дивимося, Топсон з блінком. Готовий стрибати. Так, хороший Евеледж по двох. Флайчика б'ють до бійки. Нінстан встигає зарядити. Непогано, але Айсберга просто розірвало. І нічого не змогли тут зробити. Генетичні. Ну це явно це схоже на... Ну це не зовсім схоже на сокола, на якось орла.
А зараз буде схоже на мертву пташку Бутрайдер.
Ну нічі-бучі.
Купив, а то показати я можу. Там
Типу ми ж це прокоментували одразу. Значить його місія виконана була.
Флаю боляче, але...
Тра-та-та-та-та робить Топсон, мінус раз, мінус два.
Мінс по генералу, але впав Гем. Гем підняв Абадон.
Так.
Ну і це вже дуже неприємно, немає байбеків в обох. Зараз підійдуть кріпи. Десь... Ой-ой-ой, Тайні, що ти робиш?
Ось непогано, Айсберга закидає сюди, намагається Айсберга розстріляти. Крекий кот його тут, можливо, навіть підрятовує трішки, летить ракетка, зафармив її Вітюн. Ну, дровки зараз... Ой-ой-ой, знову ця томагавка від Топсона, Рор по Вітюну залітає, але є чудовий спелстіл у вигляді.
Кунка залітає в ворожу команду, стоса, боляче, треба кастувати, хоч щось стане. Кунка стисне кнопку, чим хоче байбек. А байбеку немає.
Грає, просто байбеку у нього немає. І їх просто під троном знищує Мідван, БКБ натискає і каже, хлопці, я готовий. А оце от помилочка.
Якби там Т3 стоїть досі, хлопці.
Так, і... Не можна так. Ноутейлу збиває телепорт, піднімає його Роджер. Це мінус 3. Так, ви вбили.
Його потрошку б'ють. Флай в позиції, готовий.
Добити, дровка на стрілі, ну вони допомагають запустити Роша.
Там сокіл полетів.
Там стан пішов, непогано, Мідван заходить, як Хостоп, хороший породів, намагається зайти сват від Флайчика, Флайчик просто помирає, і Джайрокоптер всіх просто розстрілює. Є байбек, є другий байбек. Айсберга проблем, він просто телепортується, тосом йому збивають ТП, вбивають Саксу, not bad, там тим часом Джайро заходить знову.
Свапнули дровку, вона живе.
Стрілювати. Мідван, досі під Бекінбаром, просто включає сатанік, Флайчик помре, ні, його просто ігнорять. Починає закидати тайні дерева. Добивають нарешті там флайчика. Ракетка є лінка. Непогано. Розвертається, дровка, стріляє по Мідвану. Мідвану дуже боляче. Даблкіл від Томпсона, але Мідван помирає. Розстріляв його Вітюн.
Слухай, десь я таке бачив. Десь я таке бачив, оце гірокоптер під фонтаном, дровка всіх розстрілює. Ну там Рошан дуже битий, насправді, у нього досі 2200. Генків вже є лінка. До речі, в дровки цікаві предмети з'явились, окрім лінки, замість тих ваших БКБ.
Крісталіси.
Ти бачив цей удар? Там в гірокоптера просто з одного рейд-кліку третину відірвало.
Ого, ой-ой, але Вітюну теж боляче, насправді. Летить ракета.
У нього є лінка.
Лінка. Але сюди вже Томпсон залітає, є свап від флайчика, він готовий до цього, за себе він газ підлітає, там тим часом колдаун не найкращий, дробка продовжує стріляти, пішов мінус армор від флайчика, флотилія полетіло, точніше торенти, себе боляче, торенти його не зачіпляють, дробка продовжує розстрілювати, мінус, ноутейл, Томпсону теж боляче, виявив терор, але не можуть його добити, бо немає...
Ну, рейндж такий не дуже великий, але як там дровка стріляє, там в тайні десь відірвалось, не знаю, 1000 хітпоінтів, здавалось.
Свою перемогу, але там Егіда. Вони розуміють, зараз який шанс. Вони в 5, а тут 4 герої підняли Томпсон, нападають, втрою пішов, болт непоганий, ласо зловили генерала, але так моментальний. Є під сейф,
Свапати треба.
Боляче йому, і генерал
Не та позиція.
Так, і Роджер намагається тепнутися, йому не дадуть тепнутися. Флайчик телепортується, флайчик, можливо, втече. І так, флайчик з телепорту.
Там Абадон був вже вище, ніж здається.
Ні, Абадон був вже мертвий. Тому то й справа. Ну,
так, Рубік не в тій команді. Окей.
Значить, щось, можливо, я щось перевиділось.
Можливо, він дав якось в гіро з сатаніком, там є все-таки ці статуси резистанс. Ну, ласо в нього вкиде, менше з тим дровка стріляє.
Ну так, її на хрест пустили, вона стріляла, вона майже вбила насправді Мідвана. Мідвана є сатанік, є... ну добити його, збити йому, так, збивають. Це лише мінус рейнджова казарма і репер-кіт є.
Вони вбивають Мідвана, там можна піти зламати сторону дуже швидко. Ну, але для цього потрібно вбити тих інших героїв.
Це Томпсона, Рор застосовано Фокутрайдер, він телекібаром, намагається засейвити його флайчик, в нього це виходить, ракетка летить, блінкаут робить генерал, відходить команда FTM. Флайчик ціною свого життя традиційно сейвить тіммейтів, а вони їм дали вийти з бази.
Так, я зараз намагаюся порахувати, який крит може вискочити в дровки, але Рапіро, хоча все-таки є Егіда. Ну, якщо десь там...
Ой, Рор, байтрайн.
Свапати, байбеку немає.
Нема байбеку в генерала, 700 золота недостатньо. І тут потрібно віддавати, мені здається, цю лінію. Спокійно. Боляче, подивися, як боляче від вану! Але вона його не вбиває.
А як там боляче Тайні накидав тільки що. Венга померла.
Від Венгу забрало, так, рикошет, не рикошет, ну вітаю, якісь осколками, не знаю.
Ну так, буває просто. Померла на виробництві традиційно.
Вся надія на Вітюна, стрибай на нього. Це 2 чи 3 удари було, дровки немає байбеку, GG, пише Олесонов Флайт. Ти бачив, його просто вбив Сакса.
Ось так.
2 чи 3 ударів. Сакса. Не Мідван, не Томпсон, Сакса. Ось, 655 золота.
He has, like, overall, to compensate for the lack of invis, he got, you know, more base regen in the laning phase. And you can kind of move around a little bit.
I can't blame you for that, to be honest. We were theory crafting the 5 different orientations of roles that this could come up with, and I think I was right? I said 3 mag, 4 Sven.
Yep.
Okay, you know, just once again, teaching Cap a thing or two as we work together here. We do see the abandoned absolute last pick in response to the battle.
You also suggested offlane Riki
With a meteor.
and I said to you, absolutely not. I can't see Riki anywhere else but but safe lane. Mid-West committing for it. Is he going to get this first blood? He needs the Aphotic Shield to pop, and he gets it.
Aphotic Shield does pop and do damage.
You know what's funny is I was literally just talking to some other analyst in a cast, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, you know, like, oh, we're seeing Quas Wex. I feel like we're seeing mostly Exor. And he's like, no, I feel like I'm seeing more Quas Wex. it just depends on who we're watching.
Is this like unranked?
You know,
he
shall not be named. I'm not trying to put people down here, Brian.
If it was Kyle, that makes a lot of turn rate. And now you have 60%, so they basically gave everyone double the turn rate against Batrider level 1. It's pretty noticeable.
And it's going to be pretty noticeable here, where Always Want to Fly is going to die.
Always want to die, you know what I mean? Reminds me of the golden age of the NSYNC. Or was that Backstreet Boys? Man, same idea.
One of those boy bands.
Yeah. The prime time of our generation.
Yes, but back when there was real music on the radio.
None of this new rap crap. You know what I mean? Get him.
General trying to stay on top. Was the premier offlaner, so you know he's like got a little bit of nostalgia for it.
Yeah. Back when you'd cogs block and hope you'd get 1 CS in the first 5 minutes.
Yes, the suicide lane.
Yes.
The good old days.
You're starting to come off like a real boomer right now, Cap. Not gonna lie to you. As V2,
okay, I'm embracing my boomerhood now.
Yeah, you know
already
what?
shaved off all my hair, you know?
It's true.
Gotta go with it.
It's better to like accept it, embrace it, than to have other people, you know, be able to make fun of you for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Iceberg tosses him back. Tops.
Yeah, that's pretty good. A couple of tower shots. Certainly not gonna get the kill as he's got Tornado on Thompson. Okay.
Wait, that disjoints?
I did not know that either.
Huh.
But apparently invisibility can disjoint. Oh, Thompson pops back out. Iceberg wants it. If he can get a range of the toss, maybe no, but the fairy fire goes off, so Thompson's going to be perfectly fine. Thompson.
Maybe I can get this kill on the Tiny, and instead he just pays the price. Iceberg,
nice skewer back.
Getting the debate there.
V-Tune.
Hey,
18 armor,
I
man.
comment on that too.
Insane. Iceberg does...
Sven stun in the mag. It doesn't seem like his hero is going to be able to hit towers for a while.
Yeah, I guess my concern for OG is like a lot of this. There's a lot of weight.
Mag. I would hope they kind of just use the mag and power to get him an earlier defusal, but then play him like a normal rookie.
Sure. Iceberg, another rotation by him. He's going to go for Seb. Just talking about how Seb was having a pretty good game here. And apparently FlyToMoon, they agree and say it's time to put a stop to that nonsense.
Is that Thompson on Tiny? Just, you know, level 5 running around the map killing people?
Seriously.
This is much more common in EU, and I love it. When people lose their lane, instead of like trying to go back to an unwinnable lane, like Thompson's already beating him.
Dude, he's got 21 charges, Thompson. That looks like this time you've been debated, sir. Dude,
Yeah.
Roger had a fairy fire.
Make sure he gave that much more away when the Tiny came back.
That is kind of the Quaswex Invoker specialty too, right? Kind of rotating, not feeding, kind of rotating.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew what you're going for there.
Two-man smoke up, and Saksa runs right into the open arms of Iceberg. A little slow on the combo, though, aren't we, Iceberg? What was that? Actually not going to be able to get this kill. Two-man RP, but here comes Always Want to Fly. Maybe they'll actually get a more important kill here as Seb kind of put himself in danger. Fortunately, he's got no tail around.
They have no damage here on OG. Like,
yeah, but then again, FlyToMoon are also a little bit lacking in damage around that Abaddon. And Always Want to Fly is going to get caught out by Thompson.
yeah, took that 4th hero. Anytime I see a lineup with no damage in EU, it just seems like they're not really rotating all that much on clock, because if you rotate too much, you and Tiny are basically doing the same job at that point, and then nobody's farming. So as we see OG diving again, Thompson's back for some more. Iceberg's also here. This
Iceberg is going to go in against 4 by himself, basically. A little bit hit and run tactics. Not enough to kill anybody just yet. Thompson, the tree goes out, but a Aphotic Shield. That'll block some of the damage here. But a General goes into the hook shot, hits the Abaddon instead. That's not what he wanted. He does have his battery salt out. No tails left on very low HP. Mid-one's going to try and man-fight it up. Dodging a little bit more. Saksa pops the God Strength and finishes off General. His first rotation, and it goes completely awry as now Iceberg may find himself killed next to his tier 2 tower. Roger, please save me, buddy. The avalanche slows down the damage. Bottle hits, but it's not good enough. They're going to dive into the tier 2, and there's no response from anybody else. I mean, they've got the Terror Blade. He just wants to keep farming. Roger's gonna get dove underneath the tier 1, and I guess damage isn't the issue anymore. Roger tosses mid 1 back into the tier 1 tower, but the tower, it's busy focusing on creep.
Impactful at this stage in the game, where usually you weren't comfortable enough to siege towers with the meta, because people could chase you out and catch you on your retreat.
Anybody who shows up the bottom lane is just dead.
That is the dead lane cap.
Adjustments that I would say. Ooh. Iceberg, seeing if anybody gets close. He's going to try the other angle here. Now, Saksa, I think he would certainly die to this combination, so you could just take that kill instead. I've noticed...
It's the most map control you can acquire this early on in the game, I think, is what people are realizing. Since your own outposts being not capturable by the opponent team, they're protecting objectives from OG movements. They can't just go one at a time. OG they had 5 heroes in the bottom lane for what, like 2 minutes in a row?
Yeah, always on a fly. He's being chased underneath that tier 1 tower, but they do have 2-man smoke coming in from behind, plus now TP rotation.
There we go.
It's going to get real interesting real quick. Iceberg gets a nice combination on a mid 1. Seb looking to protect his carry, throws out the RP, but there's so many heroes here. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get away from this one. Mid 1 pops out looking for a blink strike, but no opportunity in range. FlyToMoon nicely baited by always one fly.
This is the benefit of V2. It's all or nothing. You don't go one at a time. You know, as long as you are prepared to respond to the aggression, it's perfectly fine to be there. As we see, OG trying to catch Clockwork out, no mana.
Yeah, only has 4 wand charges, and that's certainly not enough. Interesting when he has Battle Fury and Empower and just kind of hops in there against the Terrorblade. I'm not sure if that's going to be effective or not. Iceberg burned out of his mana. In trouble here. Didn't get a chance, really, to show off that fresh...
That's going to be immediate solo kill threat from even the Sven stun, honestly. That's a really early Axe Scepter coming out from Thompson here. Making a move on that mid tower.
Big bold flame break, little things to poke at OG, see if they can force him back, but OG will not be deterred. They have that siege wagon up. They really want to take this tower. They're going to go for the dives to make sure it happens. Always when a fly goes down first, but Iceberg, he blinks in, tries to make that initiation to Thompson. Doesn't really stick, nor does General's jump, as he didn't even throw out his hook shot there. He's going to wait to use it on Saksa, so at least they do find a trade-off there, 1-for-1. A buyback was... Gotta watch out if you're a support in this game.
94 plus 145. You have the Claymore, you have the Empower, and the
RP, skewer back into the rest of the team with the AoE stun of the Stormhammer. A beautiful combination that kills the 2 supports.
Have any sustain in their lineup, and they have a lot of just AoE crap on the side of OG that he'll take damage from, unavoidably so.
Poor man.
He was in his man.
He's just sitting on top of a sentry.
That's a Clockwork.
Because he's kind of doing the same role as the Tiny, so he's focusing on getting some more farm. Well, that didn't really translate a whole lot.
Yeah, there's the farm. 4 staff.
4 staff.
It's obviously nice against the Riki in the mag, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of a... That's your early item. It's not like a Veno where you do like a shit ton of damage or just your abilities tries the man to dodge that EMP. This is not Arteezy, nor is it Mikke that we saw earlier. But it's fine if you miss your spells. Just sunder your support.
Yeah, always want to fly. So this is no big deal. I got the Tranquilbutsu to toss back again. This time on Seb, he is able to get the skewer away. Looks like a little bit farther down. We had the hook shot on in onto Thompson. That's a way more important kill, as No Tail was too busy trying to save his other allies to get to Thompson. Now mid 1's in some trouble. Blink strike away.
You can just shield off the dot.
Oh no, he tossed back a creep. It got in the way. No Tail. He'll be hit by the low ground shots on the Terrorblade.
That's actually super annoying. They can't dust the Riki because you can abandon shield off the dust.
Yeah, skewer back in. Seb catches V-Tune and his illusions, but I'm not sure if he wanted to do that. Iceberg takes that opportunity to pull Seb back into the fight that he started in the first place. And 4 staff, there goes General. He's going to be able to grab some people here. And buybacks are coming out from OG. They're going to try and turn around on General. A Photic Shield stolen by Roger is going to be able to wake General up from that stun. RP for a second there. Seb, that's not the real Terrorblade. He quickly realizes too. Can't stick around for the 20-minute bounty runes. Now RP skewered together.
That was sick.
That was nicely let up, but Iceberg's still alive until they get the 4 staff surrounding him. Make sure he can't get his hands on any of those bounty runes either. Oh,
immediate smoke.
Immediate meta's down.
This is a map sweep smoke. Even if they don't catch somebody, which it looks like they are going to catch them, the rest of FlyToMoon has to play so scared until they see this, as they Clock already TP back to base. Terrorblade's only blowing up by hitting that 6 slotted timing super early. Scotty complete.
Yep, he has the Scotty, so he's very much ready to fight. They're going to get the toss back on a no-tail here. Not really the ideal target, but they're still going to be able to find some other heroes here. OG, they're being slowed down by this Scotty. They do have that Tiny very, very low. It looks like mid one might be able to pick up the kill, but no. Actually, Lasso pull back. Mid one's in some trouble. The RP goes out, but it doesn't stop the damage from FlyToMoon as he lays it out. They do have that big Sunstrike combo there, but it didn't really come to effect. Nobody really got caught by that. Just a bit of harmless damage on a general. Okay, a little bit of meatball action there on FlyToMoon, bringing him a little bit low, but he still has a Sunder. Turns it on to Thompson. Thompson now down to half health, but they need some disables. They need some stuns. FlyToMoon, he needs to be able to pump out the damage on people. Looks like he's got some eyes finally onto Thompson, but he's getting skewered back into the tier 2, but he doesn't give a damn. Now lays that damage out. Finishes off the Invoker, and they're turning. Sox is trying to, but it's a 4 position. Sven with the 4 stab. You don't show any damage, Soxa. Underneath the towers, FlyToMoon just doesn't care. He goes for the DP out, spotted.
Oh my God.
Stormhammer comes in just in time, and FlyToMoon not having a Sunder anymore means he's just damn dead.
Hey, the mid one's got to be much more careful. Without him, they just don't have damage. They really don't have any damage.
Yeah.
And he died right at the start of the fight. Surprised he's going for a Scotty as opposed to like a Manta. Just some ease of execution item where if they catch him with some dust, he can push it. And in this case, he's about to get blown up again by Tiny. He brought down to about 20%, but that's just not enough. As Tiny blew his entire load right at the start there, and he's got nothing left in the canister. Compound interest, right? He's got to invest over the minutes of this game.
100 gold at a time. 25-minute bounty runes, and OG going for the invasion inside the triangle. Hook shot going out, trying to defend his allies from that mid one. Riki didn't really get the lockdown he was looking for, and it looks like Roger will be feasted upon by the Rikimaru. Now they're going to look to the left-hand side where I always want to fly. The next support will die. Double kill for mid one. The core's
Speed slow and the move speed slow are so much better on against the ranged heroes, and also both supports are ranged, so it's kind of like an expensive diffusal.
Sure.
You know, you get them in the cloud, you blink on them, and they're slowed by 50%.
hook shot blocked by a Forge Spirit. That was just beautiful by Thompson. Iceberg still managed to go in after the agents picked up, though. And so his life is now forfeit as it bout against OG, down 1 game in this best-of-3 series. And they are a little bit split right now. An opportunity is going to present itself to FlyToMoon to perhaps kill mid one, who does still have that Aegis, so they can't overcommit per se. And OG, well, they're rapidly swarming on in. They were once split.
Heroes on FlyToMoon, but the thing is, we talked about Terrorblade's really the only one that's going to scale. So I guess if he's itemizing purely against the Terrorblade, that goes up in value a lot this game compared to most other games, as he does commit to the Butterfly buying the Eagle Song.
Chill, mid one, damn.
At least he's not in their fountain just yet.
Yeah, not yet. Give him time, though.
Oh, if Ogre goes down, that's a dieback.
That is a very big dieback, as OG, they got to get out of here. But General.
For that, so OG can wait and maybe still utilize that window. They might wait for Invoker. They'll have like 50 seconds where there's no meta and there is an Invoker.
Yeah, that's why Iceberg is looking for more kills. But mid one, he was sitting there on the high ground, and he makes mid. Oh, an RP that completely whipped. And V2 sees an opportunity. Was that an RP whipped by the Rubik as well? I think so.
Yes, wow.
Double whipped RP. Don't see that every day, ladies and gentlemen. Soxa has the force staff to get himself down the cliff. No tail, though he doesn't have his borrowed time. So that's going to be a team fight, I'm afraid. He'll always be in the grave by that point.
Big map opener for FlyToMoon here, as they now can block
the hook shot.
Oh, he has Aegis still, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be good or not. They could definitely take away this Aegis. What's going to happen on the second life, though? Soxa, he's going to show up. Seb, he's here as well. Nice 2-man stun. No longer having the meta means this Terrorblade may not be as effective anymore. The Cox push back immediately on mid one. And with the buyback, actually, they are going to be able to get the last one. Can they actually finish him off? They trying to help out mid one. He does get saved. Blink strike away. Up to the high ground he goes. And, well, FlyToMoon. They're just going to back away. No, they're not. Iceberg goes back in and quickly takes down Soxa. Does decent amount of damage to mid one as well. With the back away again. Iceberg with a quick assassination. And he gets out.
Notice how reliant Riki is upon the Abaddon saves, as well as the armor from the Sven and the damage from the mag. He doesn't look very threatening when he doesn't have this supporting cast. Almost done with it, I believe. I think the recipe is about 900. I always forget when they rework these items.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the level 20 blink strike.
Yeah.
This is when supports don't have a game any longer.
Positioning no longer exists.
Yeah.
You cannot play around that. What I think it turns into 1100 blink range, 1200.
Yeah, I think it's actually, yeah, something like that.
It's just like the PA cast range buff.
Sunstrike! Okay, but oh no. They saw an opportunity. They're going to be able to get the RP skewer back with the 425 extra range. They pull him all the way back into the tier 3 area. They don't immediately have the lasso to remove it, but it doesn't really matter. VTune's left alone. Deafening Blast slows down his damage. They're going to pop the glyph now to try and do some more work onto OG, but they're all pretty tanky here. And Mid1, he's not scared of the Terrorblade by himself. It's a 1v5 after all. VTune. He does have his Sunder, so they got to be a little bit careful of that. Sunstrike isn't going to do enough. It doesn't land anyway. VTune.
I think it would have been enough.
You think so?
That, like, usually think of it as a attack range item, but in this case, the cast range is quite impactful.
Yeah. That especially always has that problem, right? Hook shot immediately. That's an Aghanim Scepter double hook shot. That's going to be enough. Chain stun. Mid1.
Mid1 is
fed away his godlike streak. He is on one tonight.
Famous last words from any carry player. We've all been there, guys. Don't act like you haven't. Still feel free to say Mid1 Keck W, though.
Hook shot one. Cox pushback. Seb. And they have another hook shot here as he gets tossed up.
No buyback.
Hook shot not really needed. Seb split right now. I'm an OG. They somehow know that. Maybe because of their wards, and they're going to be able to catch VTune here. It's got Manta and Meta. The smoke screen, though, it's going to be so problematic. Scotty slowing him down a lot. Does turn around to get off the Sunder, but here comes the Cataclysm. Two-man Sunstrike hits there. General's going to be able to help him out, though. Nice Cox holding back Soxa. At the same time, Tops is just being obliterated by this damage. The only thing it's saving right now is the disarm that was on VTune's actual hero. His illusions almost did the trick, but Thompson slides away. Thief into the night with that Ghost Walk, and less General, he's going to find him. Re-ups it with the Aghanim Scepter.
Because the RP factor is just not there. And you see there, they weren't able to burst him down, able to get that Sunder off right before the Cataclysm hits, and suddenly they're all dead, losing a Rex. Went from down 8k to a Rex in their favor, and that's probably going to lead to Roche as they have a courier sitting in there, going to be up in 30 seconds. Yes, all of OG will be alive, but they're going to have to walk through a creep wave to contest that for sure.
It's terrible. Really lay the damage in Roche, and it's dropping fast, but at the same time, you're trying to do this against a Clockwork. Where's the rocket flares? Clockwork starting to approach. EMP, though, that's going to burn him out of all of his mana, and they take the Aegis. They take the cheese.
Okay, well, we got a game on our hands. It's dead even. Down a lane of Rax is OG, but they also have the Aegis. It's all about the map control here. Who jumps who? And we see Thompson. He's almost dead full to 0.
That was an 1800 damage crit. Did I just see that? Oh, the flame break. It's not going to be enough. He regens way too much with the Quas build. Always able to fly. He dies for his attempt on the Invoker's life.
I like FlyToMoon's lack of hesitation. Like, they just go, man. They see Thompson. They're like, we think Abaddon's not going to be there.
Cloak and dagger back and forth.
Once he gets to level 25, I believe his Cloak and Dagger has like a 4-second cooldown.
Yeah. Tier 3.
Or Tricks of the Trade, I mean.
Yeah, I always get those two confused. They're going to force FlyToMoon back to defend their base.
Ricky, the base hitter, when he has him power and alacrity.
Yeah.
Hitting for 500 with those buffs from the
Keeps
front.
uncovering himself with the smoke screen just to make sure Iceberg can't blink and toss him backwards. But as the smoke screen fades, Iceberg sees his opportunity. Immediately goes into the Tricks of the Trade. The skewer on back. Iceberg completely isolated from the rest of his team. He pops his Power Horde, but it doesn't really do a whole lot for him. No buyback.
Again?
Yeah. All they really used there was God's Strength. That's from a 4 positions fence. So you might as well go again and see if you could force that buyback.
They spoke behind him, actually.
Hookshot 1, Cox pushback. Now the buyback comes in for the Tiny, but General, he positioned his Cox. He wasn't trying to engage. He was trying to push OG back. The Clockwork still almost dies to Midwad here, and he's going to be lasted up. That's life number 1.
He has cheese.
Now, No Tail's going to give it a little closer, plus they have the cheese, so Mid1 still has plenty of saves here. They managed to force the meta, so they can just kind of reset and wait for that meta to go away.
Please wait.
Are they going to wait, though? Mid1, he sees the opportunity to be able to catch the Bat Rider, force that Magic Lamp. All the little things that help save always want to fly limp away. The illusions have been dealt with, though. The damage running low on FlyToMoon as they fail to be able to repel OG. That's going to be Elena Barracks.
But they didn't wait because the meta was already out. I didn't realize he popped it that early on in the fight.
Yeah. Now it just keeps on jumping in. Midwan sees an opportunity. Like the smoke screen catches Riceberg right as he goes for the jump buddy, but pops the Minotaur Horn. Does manage to get a toss back. Bashed up, though. Telekinesis doesn't last for long. Hookshot 1. Cox push back a 4-step. And he managed to get off the cheese. I'm safe. And now the RP into the beautiful. Thompson, he'll finish it off in style. They have a couple of buybacks, but only 2 for FlyToMoon, and it's looking like OG with that kind of sick wombo combo may have just ended this series.
You couldn't even see the individual beams of the Cataclysm. They're all right on top of each other. It just looked like one ray of absolute death. As they used all the calls.
They're not even going to try.
They showed signs of life.
Yeah, they certainly did.
I was happy to see them fight back. They even took that Rax, and I would say mid one as a carry player, the one thing that you have to learn moving from the other core